WSSR 96.7. It's Eddie Volkman on Friday afternoon. It's Halloween weekend, and we're going to talk movies with Uber critic McDonald from HollywoodChicago.com. How are you doing?
Woo! Hello, Eddie Volkman.
Hey, we're both creepy enough, even on Easter weekend. You know? So, are we going to talk any horror movies?
Yes, we have one opening today on Netflix. It's called
good.
His House.
His House.
His House, that's right.
If most women are like, well, if it's at his house, it's probably scary just because the toilet's not clean, the laundry's piled up. What's it about?
It's so awesome. So this film involves a couple, Sope Dirisu and Wumi Mosaku, who escaped from war-torn South Sudan, that's right, and has put up as refugees in public housing in London. Now, they brought their demons with them, however, and it starts to attack them, horror film style, from their tenement housing. Yes, Eddie, this is a very symbolic film, but it's also pretty creepy, as many images of voodoo and witchery are no doubt rooted in the mystery of Africa. Now, it's a really weird movie. It moves a bit slowly, but it's fascinating throughout. It's guaranteed to give you a few quakes with the lights out.
So it must be hard for people to come up with new, scary-looking things.
I guess, I'd never seen something like this before, for sure, where they symbolize the refugee situation in a horror film. So
Wow.
There you go. His House, 3.5 out of 5.
Well, that's clever filmmaking then.
That certainly is, sir.
Right. Well, what else is out there?
Okay, so opening today, I want to plug a local production. It's called The Misadventures of Mistress Maneater. That's correct, sir.
Of Mistress Maneater. Oh,
Yes.
It sounds gory, but...
Yeah. Well, this is a combination comedy, action, and romance film with a dominatrix character thrown in. That's right.
Ooh.
That character is Ava, played by Lorrisa Julianus. She's also an art history PhD candidate who longs for the big fine so she can finish her thesis.
Well, that's how you pay for your college.
That's right.
It's dominatrix stuff, yeah.
So enter Radovan, played by Mickey O'Sullivan. He's a Serbian expatriate who is also an Episcopalian priest. That's right.
Okay.
So Ava finds out from the mob a loan is due. Radovan becomes a target for payback extortion. And who do they get but the dominatrix and sparks fly, both an assignment and their romance. That's right.
Wait a minute. A dominatrix and a priest. This is a story ripped from today's headlines. You see that a couple of weeks ago? But
I have an interview on HollywoodChicago.com with C.J. Julianus, who is the lead character's husband and director of the film, and Lorrisa, of course. She also wrote the film. So A pretty wild trip for both of them. If you're into hearing about indie filmmaking, definitely check this one out and check out the film.
Yeah, my wife would never take direction from me, that's for sure.
Amazon Prime Video is the place to find The Misadventures of Mistress Maneater.
Uber critic McDonald from HollywoodChicago.com. You can follow him on Twitter at Uber critic. He had the Uber before the ride place.
Right.
And Pat McDonald on Facebook. And remember what?
Be excellent to each other.
Party on, dude.
Our house is a very, very, very